Good morning everyone and welcome to the stream. So we're back with a little bit more Final Fantasy XIV this morning. So yesterday we leveled Machinist a little with my squad, so now I need to do a job quest for Machinist. So we're going to head on over and do that. And then perhaps do a little bit more levelling with the squad afterwards. Right, let's head on over to the Sky Steel Manufactory. Pretty sure that's where our next quest will be. Here we go. Always the last place you look. Greetings, Lullaby. Have you become practiced at defeating your foes from a distance? With the range of our weapons, even skyborn dragons will learn to respect the threat posed by a trained machinist. Despite the proven efficacy of our cannons and ballistas, however, many knights of Ishgard continue to eschew firearms in favour of the spear and the sword. Ah, the creaking chains of tradition. Hark, the very creaking I spoke, it draws near. Oh, this stifling heat and sulphurous stench. I can scarcely breathe, and worse, I can scarcely bear the sight of mine own son garbed in such filthy garments. Why must you persist in this infatuation of smithing, of all things? 'Tis called machinistry, father, and you need not come at all if the air in the workshop so offends you. I always wonder if it's actually pronounced machinistry or whether it's meant to be pronounced machinistry, as in machina is usually the name they give for machines in this game. I don't know. I'm going to just go with machinistry, it's easier to say. Would that I could shed this onerous duty, but as a manufactory chief, I must needs supervise its operations. Supervise? You barely visit but once a moon, and relegate every management task to Fromolo. And what of it? Smithing is a commoner's profession, even as overseer is the role of a noble. As one of the four founders... Oh, hang on, I need my glasses. I forgot to put my glasses on. That might help. There we go. As one of the four founders of Ishgard, House of Helenar enjoys a privileged position, but misfortune has waged a constant war of attrition on our forces, and our claim to that position grows weak. Thus we must attend to our duties with uncommon zeal, even duties as common as this one. But we shall not suffer this mean predicament forever. No, my son, you will reclaim the honour of our family with spear in hand. You must needs become a knight of skill, and bear our flag onto the field of battle. Father, the face of war changes with each passing day. Soon will come a time when machinists shall form the bulk of our armies. Should you cling to these stagnant ideas of yours, you will be swept over by the wave that carries us forward. I tire of your flights of fancy, Fanivian. Without success to back them, your arguments ring as empty as my treasure room. The Holy See has announced a tourney. You will best serve your house by returning to the practice field, and thence claiming victory in the melee. I regret that you are subject to our squabbles, but Father's attitude is sadly representative of the greater part of Ishgard's populace. Their heads may as well be made from the stone of the city walls. I have, however, designed a weapon of such brilliance that the light of its potential will penetrate even the densest mind. Rosnasol and Joy will accompany me to Raincatcher Gully to gather materials for the prototype. Why don't you join us? Practicing your marksmanship in Ishgard will only invite suspicion and ridicule, and this is the perfect opportunity to receive further tutelage from Rostnastal. I don't know how you pronounce this. Rostnastal. You might also train under the warm rays of the Lanosian sun is simply a fortuitous boon. So I guess we're off to Lanosia. Here we go. Oh. It's almost lunchtime now, is it? It's 10:30. If you want breakfast, go and have some. We'll be having lunch around 12ish when I finish this. Hey, morning, Salty. How are you? Oh, thank you, sweetie. How are you this morning? Oh, Mary! Oh no, my son just said, "Oh, I'm just going to log in and donate some chocobo feathers to the so it's been finished now, so he won't be able to do that now." I know, it just got finished. You can use your chocobo feathers for naming animals instead. Thanks, Mary. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, he can use his points for something else. He's got animals that he wants to name anyway. No! You evil child! Saving points is boring! I don't know if it's really gonna... Well, yeah, okay, I will do it. And I will set an alarm for 5 minutes. I haven't got an alarm because my phone is charging in the other room. I'll just have to use the timer on the computer. I haven't got a proper timer. I'm currently reading through dialogue, so it's probably not going to affect me that much, I hope. I don't even know how to do this on this game. Character configuration, control settings, I guess. Hotbar, maybe it's not character configuration, maybe it's system configuration, controller settings. I don't know where it is. Display, theme. There must be character configuration. It's going to take me long enough just to figure this out. Hold on. Control mode. No, so it's not that. Controller settings. Okay, here we go. It's going to be in here. Oh, here we go. Camera, mouse, keyboard, controller. Oh, no. Can't believe he's making me do this. People will come on like after I've done this and I'll be just like acting like a complete. Okay, let's see. I think that should... Yep, that's reversed. I don't think it has that much... I don't think it will have that much effect seeing as I'm not in a dungeon. You should have waited for a more opportune moment. Super Mac Cat. Okay, let's see, where do I need to go? Right, let's grab a mount. Mary, Salt Lord, oh my goodness. Yeah. This way. Is the sound okay today? Because when I listened to the VODs back yesterday, the sound effects and the background music were really loud in comparison to the mic, so I've turned them both down a little bit. But I haven't done like a sound check or anything, so I don't know if it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. So when it gets to 10:37, that's when the reverse will be over. It doesn't seem to be actually as bad on this game. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, most of it's going to be dialogue, so I think you've wasted your reverse, Cat. Got yourself dragged out here as well, did you? The boss says he needed some Magitech part, and I just had to open my big gob about this guy laying wreck in the gully. It's been rusting here for nigh on 5 years now, though so many useful bits and bobs was likely stripped out long ago. But seeing as we trekked all this bloody way, we might as well see how far we've come in your shooting. Go say hello to the other two and keep them safe while they concentrate on their scrounging. No! Okay, there we go. Once I get a straight view, I can just not move. Oh, you came. Splendid. Though I am afraid the rewards have yet to meet the risk of this monster-infested crash site. And speaking of monsters... Oh, no. Oh, my God. No, I need to be able to see what I'm doing, Super Mac Cat. You're evil. Hang on, if I just... I think you just... I've got auto-target on. I've just... Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. I can't play with my controls like this. What time is it? I've got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes of reverse. Hold on, he's not, there's no thing on him. Where am I going next then? Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't even target the... There we go. Practicing your marksmanship, are you? Maybe I'll have half a moment's peace to look for this part while you watch me back. Oh, not again. Take care of that, would you, Lullaby? Now what have we got? Yeah, sorry you can't see. You got a big fat goob right in the way. I'm not moving though. I've got... There's still 2. Okay, we'll carry on with that. Okay, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. No. There we go. I can see. You've been working at these shots, ain't you, lass? I'd say you're good and ready to... Bloody hells. That's a big one. You're up, Lullaby. Yeah, if I can target, maybe. I got hit with... Why is it so slow? I don't see any... Did I get hit with slow or something? I must have done. Right, now where am I going? Oh, it's 37, that's 5 minutes. It's finished. I can change it back now. Why did I ever put this on here? I don't know. There we go. Oh, nice form, lass. Tightly grouped shots. Now, was it just me eyes playing tricks, or did something other than guts drop out of that thing's belly? Oh, gross. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy trying to faff around with my camera. Looks like a bit of machinery. The boss would have a better idea than me. Oh, he's round here. Confound it. All this way and naught to show for it. Aside from your obvious improvements in marksmanship, of course. What's that you have there? Oh, exactly. What is it? A Magitech gyroscope? And this spilled out along with the creature's innards, you say? Extraordinary. By the Fury, do you know what this is? You found the very component I was searching for. Now that's a bit of luck. That's wonderful, my lordship. Our fortunes took a turn for the better the moment you walked through the workshop doors, Lullaby. Finding a rare Magitech part in a beast's belly ain't fortune, that's bloody sorcery. Also, I'd think if you didn't see you shoot the damn thing with my own 2 eyes. Nice work there, by the way, Lullaby. I can already hear the whirring of my invention come to life. Come, we must return to the manufactory at once. So if I do a stream tonight, I might possibly be able to do that water build tonight if I have time to get a few things set up to make sure I've got the materials and everything for it. For the Dragon Quest Builders 2 Community Challenge. So we'll see. If it's not going to be tonight, then I will probably do it on Friday next week. That truly was a stroke of luck, Lullaby. With that wretchedly rare gyroscope in hand, 'twill only be a matter of time until I have a working prototype. Instead of twiddling your thumbs until its completion, however, you shall have your hands full mastering a new skill. Rostnathor bade me pass on to you the particulars of Heat Blast. Train hard, my friend. Yes, we got a new move, a new action. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the machinist quest out of the way. So I think we'll head back to the squad barracks, and we'll do some more leveling up the squad. So yesterday it was 1,000 more of Toto rank spammage, trying to level them up, and Nanasomi has now reached level 32, so thankfully we can move on to a new dungeon, which is one of my favourites. I'm going to be doing some Brayflox's Longstock is the next one available to the squad. I love anything with gobbies in it, they're so cute. Okay. So, on to Brayflox. For the first run, I think I might actually read through the dialogue with the goblins, but after that I won't bother, because yeah, it would just get boring. Of course, you're going to be missing the dialogue from the beginning that you would have got with this, when this was a mission. Right, okay, let's see, have we got any food to give us a little XP boost? Here we go. Yeah, unfortunately when you're doing missions with your squad, you do have to kind of pull for them, so you do end up getting hit a fair bit. Tanks won't do that like they would normally in a party. So here you are with the first goblin. Gobby flock in danger. Uplanders take gate key. Open the head gate. I don't know why I love Gobby so much. They're just so cute. Hope the mix between the mic and the sound effects is better today. And yesterday it was a bit, the sound effects were a bit loud. Right, first boss out of the way. So in this particular your dungeon, you're meant to be saving the gobbies. I can't actually remember the rest of the story. It's been quite a while since I first did this dungeon. Can't target the coffer. Oh, it's stuff that we've already got. I think I've done this dungeon a lot, and I have all the gear from it, so... No, I think we're just gonna run through. I'm not gonna bother with all the extra bits and pieces. Okay, second boss. This dungeon's pretty easy, really. With your squad, the last boss can be a bit tricky because it aims all of its spewing vomit at you. So that can be a bit tricky. But other than that, it's a pretty simple dungeon to do with your squad. There we go. Yeah, this area can be a bit annoying with all the AoE spammage that these mobs do, but okay, on to the next boss. Hey Gubbins, how you doing today? This looks serious. Oh, I'm just doing it with my squad, so it's not anything particularly stressful or anything. It's a very low level dungeon as well. Just levelling up my squad and levelling a machinist job. Thought I'd do something a bit different for a change. So I'm currently running through Brave Flox's Long Stop, which is the name of the dungeon. And also doing job quests for machinists. I just did the job quest, and so now I need to get up to level 40 before I get the next one. Oh, these NPCs don't they don't attack you and get the bubble off, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, when you do dungeons with your squad, basically you're running a dungeon with a group of NPCs. And the mechanics from the dungeon can be a bit tricky sometimes. So this particular boss puts this bubble around you, which slowly, you lose your hit points, and your buddies are supposed to start attacking the bubble to get it off you, but the NPCs don't actually do that. Yeah, anyway, we got through that, that was fine. So that big dragon that just flew off is going to be the final boss that will come back again at the end of the dungeon. Anyway, how are you, Gubbins? How have you been? I don't think you've streamed that much this week, have you? I think I've only seen you once this week. Or have I missed you? You only did a short one on Wednesday. Oh, you're going back to Roller Coaster Tycoon today. Oh, so you're going to be streaming this evening. I'm not sure if I will be streaming this evening or not, so if I'm not, then I will be sure to pop by and check out your stream. But I might possibly, we just reached the community challenge for the windmill build, so I might be doing that this evening. It depends whether I get set up in time to do it or not. For Dragon Quest Builders 2, so we'll see. Going to the allotment after this stream, after lunch, so I might be feeling a bit too tired to do anything once I get back from there. I suppose, seeing as I'm here to XP, I may as well kill everything. I don't know if have you ever seen this game before, Final Fantasy XIV, Gubbins? I don't know if you play any MMOs. I don't think I've seen you play any MMOs. This is a bit different from what you're used to seeing from Final Fantasy. I suppose it is, in a way. Susie played one of them once, you think it was 7? Okay, here we go, we're at the final boss now. So yeah, when you're doing these dungeons with just, normal people, the boss's mechanics will kind of be a bit more random as to who the boss targets. But when you do them with your squad, the boss mechanics always target you, which can be a bit annoying. So this thing is going to start spewing poison vomit out all over me. So I haven't done this with my squad for a while, so I don't know how this is going to go actually. Let's see if I can get a better view. There we go. I haven't got... oh no, I have. I've got the control set up for the squad, because I might have to move the squad about. I don't want the vomit landing on anywhere near him, because it causes him to regen his hit points. Here we go. Poison vomit. Okay, so if I stay far enough away, it should be okay, because as long as it's landing over by me and not anywhere near him, he won't regen. This one could be a bit annoying if you're doing this on a tanking job, because you have to keep moving him around. Oh my goodness. I think I'm too far away from the healer. There we go. Here comes more vomit. Let's go over here. Okay, I think we can limit break now. Oh, that's too close to him. Hopefully he's not in it. I don't think he is. There we go. Where's the... oh, here we go, there's a chest. I've probably got everything in there here anyway. Let's see. Oh, they all got a level up during that dungeon. So I'm currently level 38, so I need 2 more levels before I get the next job quest. So we're going to just be spamming Brayflox's long stop until either I level up or the squad levels up enough to get to the next dungeon, which is 41, because that's going to take a while for them to level up to that. So yeah, it's just going to be Brayflox for a while. And grab the key while they take care of those. So for anyone that's new to Final Fantasy, the squadron is unlocked by doing your Grand Company missions, and then you can take them to dungeons with you and run a select amount of dungeons with you, which can be nice if you don't feel like using the roulette, the duty roulette, the duty finder for whatever reason. If you just want to kind of play solo for a bit, or if you want to learn each dungeon's mechanics without, before you run through it. It's especially good if you're learning to tank or heal for the first time. You can practice with your NPCs without being under any pressure. Of course, you won't get through the dungeons as quickly as you would do if you were going through with a regular party. But you don't have any queue waiting times, so I guess it kind of evens itself out. Seeing as this is dungeon crawler-ish, do you have random loot crates lying about? You do. Usually you always get at least one treasure chest after defeating a boss. So here we go, here's one. And then you also get some random ones lying around as well. I think the major downside to running these with your squad is that they will only fight a single target. They won't use AoEs like you would normally when you're fighting more than... Okay, I've already got that item there. This dungeon actually has 4 boss fights. Normally most of the dungeons have only 3. There are a few, I think mostly the lower level ones that have 4 bosses. They're all pretty easy though in this dungeon. Yeah, it's only a level 32 dungeon, so it's... yeah, not too many mechanics or anything really. Oh, I got a level up. Nice. Okay, we're probably going to wipe here with all of these at one go. Okay, that was a close one. Normally if you get that many mobs with your NPCs, they can't cope with the healing required. What's great, Gubbins? You've got this on and you're just writing up your plan for the day. Do you plan your day out? Do you write up? What do you mean by plan for the day? Alright, here we go. Next boss. Sometimes in the game it lets you target yourself when you need to remove something, but this particular one it doesn't allow you to do that. Something you just started doing recently, Gubbins? Writing out what's on your mind and deciding whether or not you need to worry about it. I think if that kind of thing helps, then it's a good idea. Oh, I wish these NPCs would get me out of this bubble. Can't move out of the AoEs or anything like this. Oh, here comes a tar. Iotar even. And you find stuff like this weirdly chill to watch? I think the fantasy music is, you know, I could watch somebody stream Final Fantasy just to listen to the music. Oh, some of you know stream Dragon Quest. I haven't really played many of the Dragon Quest games. I played one on the 3DS, and that's the only one I've played, but I kind of feel like I know this series from playing Dragon Quest Builders because you get all the same kind of monsters and characters and things in there, so I do like the Dragon Quest series. Boo! Boo to you too, Joe. How are you doing this morning, Joe? Fantastic. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good, having a nice chill Sunday morning. I like to do my morning streams at the weekend. I feel like during the week I cannot possibly stream in the morning without feeling guilty about not doing work. So, yeah, I don't really do any work at the weekends. You just did a very quick model to test YouTube recording? When you say YouTube recording, do you mean YouTube streaming, or for passing over to, or for uploading videos on YouTube? You're thinking you may actually guess Final Fantasy 14 on. Yeah, I haven't really played this much for quite a long time, so I'm wanting to... This machinist is my favourite job, so I'm levelling it up on my alt. So a friend of mine is currently streaming through the story content in this game, so he occasionally asks me to hop on and help out, and I haven't got a level 80 job on this character, so I probably should get a level 80 job levelled up. Oh, you're going to be doing some tutorials. That's a really good idea. But it makes your anxiety go mental, but it's just the same as streaming. I found that I was absolutely terrified of making video tutorials because I only started doing those. I made my first tutorial just before Christmas, and I was terrified about doing it. But I found that, because I mean, I'd wanted to make, you know, my crochet tutorials for years, because I've had my blog for a few years now, and I found that because I'd started streaming and I was used to talking on stream, that I found the tutorials much easier to make. Yeah, but it's permanent. And it's there to be judged. You're right, yeah. I mean, people like down thumb my tutorial videos, but I think you're going to get people that don't appreciate what you do, or people that are just plain mean. And I think, I don't know, I think I'm old and long in the tooth enough to not care about that stuff anymore. I haven't had anyone make any nasty comments yet, but yeah, I've had like thumbs down and whatnot on my videos, but I don't really let that bother me too much. But I think it's a really good thing to do, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people interested in that, and you'll be able to get your channel monetized fairly quickly, I should imagine. Well, I think that kind of thing is quite popular. Right, here we go. It's boss time. Get to fight a really cool dragon in this boss fight. Right, I need to stand back for this one so that he doesn't sit in his own vomit, otherwise he heals himself. I am. You're now going to make a character. If you can make someone silly looking. Yeah, I'm on Phoenix. This is not the main server that I play on. Obviously Goblin is where I'm mostly playing. But I do have a few people from the UK that play on this. But they only play occasionally, so I'm just levelling up. I just want to get an 80 job on this server so that I can be a bit more helpful. You think sometimes you should change your streams on YouTube, but you're too lazy for that, Gubbins? Right, I need to get somewhere where he's not gonna... Yeah, I think that's far enough away. Don't want him healing himself. Oh, there we go, more vomit. Let's get out of there. Over here. Yeah, when you start to level up your grand company, Joe, which is something you will get to later on once you start working through the story, you can once you've ranked up enough, you can take charge of a squad of NPCs, and so you can fight with them and you take them for some of the dungeons. There's a select amount. Oh, I've got the limit break. There's a select amount of dungeons that you can run with your NPCs, which can be fun. So I'm just levelling them up at the moment, as well as levelling a machinist. People would just have to believe you when you say you stream, Gubbins. I upload, although I'm really behind, I've got a big backlog, but I do export all of my VODs to YouTube. I have another YouTube channel which is just for my gaming VODs, which, yeah, that's never going to be something that will be popular. That's just purely for me, so if I want to go and watch them again, that I can do that, because obviously they get deleted from Twitch. So I do have 2 YouTube channels. Here you go. So level 39, so one more level and then we can do the next job quest. So Joe, have you played, because I know you made a character on Goblin, have you played on there at all, or you just made the character and then you got busy with other stuff? You just got busy straight away. Yeah, on my other account, I've got my own free company. It's very small though. It's basically just me, a couple of friends, and my son. I was in another free company, which was really lovely, and the people were really lovely. But there was a lot of adult talk in there, which I didn't really want. Even though my son doesn't play that often, I would just felt more comfortable having my own free company, so that there wasn't any of that kind of adult talk while my son was playing, if that makes sense. So we have a house, a free company house, so it's yeah, if they drop out, I will move to Goblin. 2 points and a few friends want to try it, so you thought you would start up in the UK. Oh, okay. Apparently later on, you will be able to change data centers, but they haven't implemented that yet. I think that's something that's coming in the future. But I would imagine you guys might want to start your own free company up. Although I guess you won't get all the. I mean, you get a lot of benefits from a free company if it's more established. You get like experience, XP buffs and things, and obviously the benefits you get of having a house and a workshop and things like that. So. Yeah, but if you do ever come over to Goblin, you're welcome to join the free company. We have a beachside medium house in Kagane. Kagane? No, Shirogane. Yeah, it's right on the beach. It's really pretty. Fancy butlin? Yeah. Make sure you wear your red coat. Butlins is red coats, isn't it? It was Heidi High that was yellow coats. Is that right? I'm showing my age now. Yes, if you have a free company house, you can all the kind of because you need to repair gear and things like that as you progress through the game. Your gear breaks, so you have to keep repairing it. So you can have like NPCs at your house that do all the repairs and also sell kind of crafting materials and all sorts of things. You can have crafting stations there, and you can also, we have a workshop where I'm currently working on building an airship, and then you can send the airship out on missions. So there's a lot of stuff that you can have that goes on at a free company if you have a house. Did I ever see the old Channel 5 show The Tribe? I've never seen that. I've never heard of that. Sorry, Joe. Is the free company basically a guild? It is. It is and it isn't. It is like a guild. but you can only join one. I don't know. I've never played any other MMOs, so I don't know whether you can join more than one. Okay, imagine Adam and the ants after being dragged backwards through a charity shop. Okay, so that's so he's going to be Hobo Joe, is it? Yeah, but you can have also what they call link shells, which are probably also similar to guilds. That they can be used for either social reasons, or if you're maybe got a group of people together for doing raids and things, you might have a link shell for that. Because my free company is very small, all the people from my old free company, I made a link shell, a social link shell, and I invited all of them so that I could carry on chatting to them. And I also got a lot of UK people, UK and EU people, to join the link shell. So I've got I think over 50 members in the link shell, but just a few in the free company. So it's also just another social thing that you can, chat to people via. Funny enough, that was your old username, Hobo Joe. Yeah, I find this is not a particularly easy game for me to stream. For something like this it's okay, but I tend to get really distracted when I'm talking and reading chat, and I think if you're doing any high-end stuff, you really have to concentrate on what you're doing. I could not stream any raids. I don't think. I wouldn't. I would just be constantly a pile on the floor. I would never be able to focus on what I was doing, and I think I'll probably end up getting kicked from the parties for being completely useless. You used to live in a wood in France and thought the username suited you. Oh no, it's fine because I'm not playing with any real people, so it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if I screw up or mess up my rotation, or it doesn't matter really. It just means it'll take me longer to get through the dungeon, which isn't really that much of an issue. I mean, the reason I stream really is just to have people to chat to while I'm playing games. I have no, I forgot what the right word is. I have no goals of becoming famous or anything like that. Or disillusions of becoming famous. I'm already famous to you. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I think if you, when you get to the stage as a streamer where you've got hundreds of people tuning in, you can't keep that. I don't know. I don't think you can be able to keep that kind of personal touch with your viewers, because there'd just be so much spam going on the chat. You could never keep up with it. I don't think I would like that. It's hard enough when you get 10 in, yeah. Oh, morning, sweetie. How are you doing? Alright, let's see if we can get another one. There we go. You just woke up? You're already running late. I woke up late this morning. I woke up at 10 o'clock when I woke up. And I need to be ready to go to the allotment at... Oh my goodness. No, it's not 12. It's 1 o'clock. I nearly had a panic. I rescheduled. My son's father is coming with us to the allotment today. He's going to cut the grass for me. So I thought it was originally 12 o'clock, and then I had a panic looking at it and seeing it's half 11. But I phoned and changed it to 1. I woke up late because I wanted to play a bit of Final Fantasy this morning. So yeah, the allotment can wait. It's not going anywhere. You're supposed to be sorting out your garden and planting veg today. Oh, you grow your own veg as well, do you, Joe? What do you grow? As you can see, by 11:30, it's already out the window. There's still plenty of time. Oh, sweetie, 70 hours. Wow, you work really hard. That's a lot of hours. You're all about self-sufficiency, but you're also a bit lazy. Joe, I think you must be my brother from another mother or something. You do sound a lot like me. I really enjoy the allotment when I actually get there. We live in a block of flats, so we don't have a garden or anything at home. So originally I got the allotment when my son was, I think he just started school. We've had it for a few years now, and I just got it because I planned to kind of have a big grassy area where he could, you know, play. So we had somewhere to play because we haven't got a garden. That was the main reason. And then I thought, you know, my mum and dad have always been big into gardening when they were younger. My mum's passed now, but my dad's in his 80s, so he just has a few plant pots around the place now. But they were always really big into gardening. So I've lost my train of thought now. So yeah, we started off, I just wanted to have a garden because when I was growing up we always had a garden to play in, and I wanted the same for my son, so we got the allotment for that reason. And then I tried growing a few vegetables and really enjoyed it. But I procrastinate a lot. Once I'm there I really enjoy it, but it takes me a lot of motivation. That takes me a lot to get motivated to actually go. Because obviously you can't just walk out the back door, you have to, you know, it's a 10-minute walk to get there. It's not far, but... So you're growing carrots, onions, spring onions and stuff. Oh, okay. Well, we went down last Sunday. It's the first time I've been since about a month before Christmas. So we dug up the biggest parsnips you've ever seen. I didn't know if they would still be okay because they've been in the ground throughout the whole of the winter. But yeah, they're huge, so I scrubbed, washed, peeled, boiled and froze them. There were so many I had to freeze them. But they're all ready to go straight into the oven for roasting now. Well, luckily you are actually allowed to go to your allotment during the lockdown. So that was kind of one of the only places that we could go to apart from for walks, you know. We've got... we're right by the Thames here, so it's just literally across the road, and we're at the Thames, so we can walk along the river. You always end up growing way more than you actually need. Yeah, but then you can, you know, give it to friends and things, which is nice. I have that problem in the summer, perhaps not so much in the winter. Pickling and preserving this year. I tried making some cucumber pickles, and because my son absolutely loves gherkins, but we thought they were disgusting. I don't know if it was just the pickling mix, but they were awful, so we threw them all away. They weren't very nice. I do make my own jam because we have blackberries on our plot, so I make blackberry and apple jam, which is really nice. So yeah, we harvested all the rest of the... We had a load of beetroot left as well, so we harvested those and some kale. So yeah, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting to be able to harvest anything, to be honest, this time of the year. But I've planted, I've got onions growing that I planted in the autumn, and garlic. And last week we planted some broad beans. So I don't know what we're going to do today. Probably a lot of weeding. It's in a bit of a state really, weed-wise. I haven't been keeping up with the weeding. You hate weeding with a passion. I'm trying to do the no dig method. I don't know if you watch Charles Dowding. But I haven't got the access to as much compost as you need, so I'm kind of combining two methods. Because I suffer from chronic fatigue, I can't really do too much digging. It completely wears me out. So what I've been doing is just chronic fatigue or Charles Dowding. So I've been kind of buying one bag of compost and putting it over one bed at the beginning of the season. And then I have this, I've got these, they're called grow grids, the no dig method. Oh, if you don't like weeding, you should really look into it. Look up Charles Dowding on YouTube. He's got loads of amazing videos. It's basically, the soil is actually healthier if you don't disturb it, because all of the microorganisms can flourish. And so you actually increase production, and you just basically are putting compost on top. In some places they use wood chip instead of compost, and it builds up the ecosystem. You get a much better ecosystem in your soil, a much healthier soil. But as I said, you need to have a layer of compost over the top and keep, like a really thick layer of compost. So I also use grow grids, which are like MyPex with holes burnt into them, and the holes are burnt at the right spacings for whatever you want to grow. So because I can only put like a really thin layer of compost on, I tend to, at the beginning of the planting season, spread over some of the, the chicken poo, the chicken pellets. You've heard of using mulch rather than soil. Yeah, there are lots of different ways to do it. So I just put on like a thin layer of compost. I buy one bag and I spread that over the whole bed, and then I put in some of the chicken pellets, and then I put the MyPex over the top, so that covers most of it, so that saves me a lot of weeding. And then I'm trying to put wood chip in the pathways, so our allotment gets occasionally like wood chip delivered, so we just have to kind of wheelbarrow it in from wherever the pile is. So it's my hope to get all of the paths wood chipped to try and make things a bit easier for myself. So my son helps a little bit, but he gets easily bored. Could you be a super pain in the arse and ask if I wouldn't mind taking a picture? Oh, with my allotment for the Discord? I can, but it is an absolute tip. It really is. It's very weedy. You're constantly fighting to keep the dogs off. Oh, you're considering making raised beds. Raised beds are good if you know how to make them. If I knew how to do that kind of thing, I would make them. But also I don't drive, and I don't have a car. So getting the materials to make raised beds is kind of difficult. Driving and lurking. Okay, sweetie, you take care. I have a few raised beds. They're really small ones. They're just like 1 metre square. And I got those delivered from Amazon. And then I've got this trolley that I managed to, I could carry the wood to the allotment on my trolley. I must have looked a right sight walking down the street with these great big planks of wood on this trolley. And then my son actually put them together for me with a mallet. There was no screws or anything involved. They just slotted together. So he had fun building that. Right, it's boss time. I need to concentrate a bit more here. Yeah, so if you want a photo of an overgrown, weedy plot, then sure, it just looks like a... Yeah, it's a bit of a state. And of course it's winter, so most things are dead, but I'll do my best. Oh, what class did you say you were planning on levelling, Joe? I can't remember what you said. Oh, Lancer. That was the first job I levelled to 80 was Dragoon. A Dragoon is what you specialise in as a Lancer. Oh, I hope it's not in that vomit. Oh, I forgot to use the limit break. There we go. Alright, did they load? Oh, they all got a level. Nice. So they're all... well, two of them are 36 and Nanasomi is 34. She's a bit behind. Oh, I've learned some emotes. Oh my goodness. Okay, do you want to see these emotes I've just learned? Apparently, I read in an article that one of these people use for ERP. Let's have a look at this emote. Will it go under special? Okay, so I think we just learnt squats. And we've got sit-ups. But I think this is the one that they use for the ERP. Push-ups. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's enough of that. Is it getting hot in here? Oh, right. Let's see, I think what time is it? It's quarter. I've still got a bit more time. I think if I finish at about, I don't know, a little after, maybe 12:30 or something, I've got time to make some lunch before we go to the allotment. Okay, so it's more. Oh, I got to level 40. No, let's go and do the next job quest. If you want to get the full game after your trial is up, is it worth getting the complete edition? Do you mean with all the expansions? Yes, I wouldn't get it without the expansions. Or do you mean the collector's edition, which gives you the collector's edition is more expensive, but if you're into, you know, wanting to have really cool mounts and things like that, I bought the collector's edition. Oh, you're just talking about the full set of expansions? Yeah, I would do, because if you enjoy the game, then you're definitely going to want to get to Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers has got the most amazing storyline. And if you, I mean, you play D&D, so I'm guessing you like a good story. So I would definitely recommend that. It's up to you whether you get the collector's edition. You get loads of mounts, and I think you get some minions. I think you might get some glamour gear as well. You've been known to enjoy a good story. Yeah, I think most people who stream Final Fantasy XIV all stream like endgame content raids and things, which I don't think I will ever do that. I'm more interested in story content, I think, and stuff that's a bit more chilled. Where am I going? Oh yes, Sky Steel Manufactory, that's where we need to go. I enjoy doing raids. I just don't think I would enjoy streaming them. It's too much. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to concentrate properly. You love doing the dungeons. Well, there's plenty of dungeons for you. Not sure if you want to be shouted at for reacting to a stream while it's ongoing. Okay, rook before you reap. Ah, do we unlock the rook in this one? Didn't. Hold on. Oh, I was trying to get out of the... Oh, I can't get out. I wanted to... Oh, it doesn't matter. It is unfortunate that many Inchgardians cannot appreciate the practicality of my work. People such as my father, for instance. You wouldn't mind doing the gunbreaker job? Bit of nostalgia. Do you enjoy tanking? Gunbreaker is a tanking job. I haven't levelled Gunbreaker yet, but I've quite enjoyed tanking actually, since I was always terrified of it before, but I've quite enjoyed it. Oh, is there naught that can be done for this dreadful odour? Stephanivian, my son, the days of shunning your nightly training have come to an end. It depends on the system. I waited to level a tanking job until I was more familiar with the game, because I feel like there's a lot more responsibility on you, and I wanted to be more familiar with the dungeons. Never should have I allowed you to set foot inside this workshop. Had I but known the curiosity you displayed as a boy would develop into this all-consuming distraction. Is that all you claim to say, Father? I am well aware of your distasteful... Nay, Stephanivian, there is more. House Zemael has sounded a call to arms, and House Helenarts is bound to answer. As you well know, however, our companies are light on lances. If we are to avoid dishonouring our name, every able soldier, mine own son included, must take up spear and sword and march to battle. I have not the disposition for charging into enemy ranks, Father. I did not raise a coward. Consider your next words carefully, boy. As Manufactory Chief, I hold the authority to expel anyone from this workshop. On parchment, mayhap, there's only one chief we answer to. I understand that our ranks have grown thin. Thus is our house in dire need of the support my machinist will bring. Challenging the might of dragons with spear and sword is the work of seasoned heroes, warriors possessed of unflagging stamina and robust physique. Equipped with a firearm, however, even the scrawniest commoner could engage those same scaled demons from afar. Think of it, Father. If the masses were trained in the machinist profession, the casualties of fang and claw would be considerably diminished. Machinist companies would soon form the ranks of our defence, and as the master of the manufactory, and the accolades would belong to House Helenart. That's a bit grumpy. Yeah. Train the masses, foolish boy. No low-born army could ever replace a contingent of disciplined knights. It is time, my lord. Svara is expected to descend upon our defences within the hour. Svara? You mean to engage that great brute with naught but our knights? What would you have me do? The dragon flies straight as an arrow for our very own Skyfire locks. Should we let them be destroyed? The price will be steep in both coin and honour. Father, you must allow me to deploy my machinists. Once you have witnessed them in battle, even you will be unable to deny their effectiveness. Do as you will, Stephanivian. As matters stand, I would not turn away a lame chocobo if it offered to defend our holdings. Be certain to assemble your forces at the locks ere Svara arrives. Oh dear, I fear I have allowed my passions to impair my better judgment. Of all my budding machinists, only you have seen true combat. 'Tis to you then that I would entrust to use my prototype device. The Rook, as I have taken to calling it, is an auto-turret, a type of machinist weapon that fights on its own. Do you recall Rostenthal's explanation of the Ether-transformer? That contraption at your waist will convert your body's ether into lightning-aspected energy required to power the turret. You need simply to activate the weapon, and it will supplement your own attacks. Svara has plagued House Halenart for long years. Should you employ the Rook to good effect, then we may rid ourselves of both a deadly enemy and my father's antiquated notions in one fell swoop. Okay, so we're going to get the Rook auto turret once we complete this. Oh, we've learned it already, so that's just a cutscene. I don't think we actually have to do anything. Just oh no, maybe we do. Hold on. Well, Lullaby, we are as ready can be. All except for our wayward instructor. Would you be so kind as to locate Rostenthal, his name's really hard to pronounce, and inform him of the urgency of our situation? I imagine he is loitering in Foundation somewhere, making his unhurried way to the workshop. Okay. So... why is all this not... oh, here we go. It's been a really long time since I've played on this job. Performing certain weapon skills will increase the heat gauge. Once it's high enough, a hypercharge will become available. Allows you to use heat blast, an auto crossbow. Oh, okay, I don't know if I can remember how to use this. Well, we'll see. Okay, securing the locks. Where do I need to go to? Hold on. Let's just teleport, it's quicker. I'm so lazy. You're sharing the joy in your heart with NPCs? You are, Joe? I think it's I don't know, I need to be higher up. Where am I going? Up here somewhere, I think. Is the starting emote quest. Oh, here we go. Oh, Lullaby, look at this scrag I caught me creeping about near the workshop. Up to no bloody good, I reckoned. So I sat him down for a friendly chat. I sometimes find reading dialect a bit tricky. A dragon attack? And the boss needs every hand on deck, does he? Aye, I'll be there, just as soon as I'm done wringing some answers from this ugly sort. You know, where there's one rat, there's always a dozen more. Maybe be best if you took a quick look around yourself and deal with any troublemakers afore you head back. No need to murder anyone, mind. The noise from a gas round ought to scare 'em off. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually... I think it might... maybe not meant to be a Cockney, more... I don't know. Is it maybe Irish? I don't know. I can't do an Irish accent, though. I think it might meant to be Irish, maybe. But I'm just going with something that's easier for me to say. Okay, where am I going now? Is it? Oh, it's all around here. So I should be able to just go this way. Well, now you have to hear me try. No, I can't do an Irish accent. I'm not very good at accents. I could possibly manage a lame scouse, but that's about it. Just one lick of the flame ought to do it. Oh, I forgot, I need to use Ghost Round on them. Oh, what in the seven hells? You could have taken it off. You're Rostenthal's new pup, ain't you? If it's trouble you're looking for, then look no further than that backstabbing Levinson cur. Okay, where to next? Over this way. How uncouth! But I suppose I should expect naught less from one of Rostenthal's underlings. You learned it from the vicious brute himself. Heed my words, this Sky Steel manufactory plays haven to villains. For the safety of Vishgard's citizens, the manufactory must needs be shut down. Their Rogadin instructor poses as the former commodore of the Knights of the Barracuda. This is a lie. In truth, he is a bloodthirsty pirate who murdered his entire crew. Oh, a bit of gossip going on there. Oh, you work now, sweetie. Have fun, sweet. Have a good day at work. Bloody rabble, Joe. Where am I going now? Okay, this way. Is it down here? I don't know where I need to be. Let me check the map. I think it's... I don't know if I'm meant to go down here or not. I can just see the edge of the red. I don't know if it's this way or not. I think I might have gone the wrong way. Oh no, here we go. You ain't seen the last of me. Oh, that was it. That one ran off. Methanks, the name's Celesto, one of your fellow machinists. If you didn't know, I was making preparations for our fight with Svara when that thug ambushed me. Don't bother chasing him. I doubt he knows more than what he was paid to do, but he did make it damn clear that someone out there has a grudge against our workshop. Anyway, I ought to get back to me duties. We ain't never fought in a proper battle, let alone against a monster like Svara, and we'll need all the advantages we can get. Right, I guess we need to go back to, I don't know, I've forgotten his name. The writing is really good, far better than most MMOs. Yeah, Final Fantasy always does do a good story. And not so much in ARR. In the first, you know, part of the story, the voice acting is not anywhere near as good as it gets once you get to the first expansion. They kind of they get rid of, I think, almost all of the voice actors from the first one, and they get new ones. I think maybe I might be biased because a lot of them have British accents, like everyone from Alamigo. They all have northern accents, and I just think they sound brilliant. think they've got quite a lot of big names in for the voice acting as well. A lot of a lot of actors from various TV shows and whatnot. Is everything all right? Rostenthal tells me there are villains afoot, making trouble for the workshop. Does it beat Arlo's accent? Is he? What, Joe? Can't say that. Oh, out of house and home. Oh my goodness. I thought you'd be written something else then. I only read the first part of what you'd said, and then I was looking back at the script. I was going to say that doesn't sound like something you would say, and then vanishes out of the marital bed for the night. Looking at those emotes for too long. Yeah, my favourite character from Final Fantasy XIV is Ardbert. I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm not going to go into details who he is. But he has a really nice voice. He's voice acted by. Did you used to watch Skins? He's voice acted by, I can't remember the character's name in Skins, but it's one of the characters from Skins who was also in Game of Thrones. He played Gentry from Game of Thrones. I'm sure you must have watched that. So Ardbert's voice is voice acted by him. So he's my favourite character in this. And there's also another Game of Thrones actor that does one of the voices he does. Oh, I can't remember whose voice he does. And then there's also one of the actresses from Torchwood. I don't know if you're a Doctor Who fan, if you watch Torchwood. But these are all in later expansions. She's does a voice actor for one of the characters in Stormblood. Intimidating my machinists, were they? Setting fires and spreading rumours? Joy, too, has overheard vile slander intended to defame our master of marksmanship. You haven't for years, but that's really cool. Oh, I seem to have a really scratchy throat today. You haven't played Final Fantasy since you were 8 years old? Well, the first one I played was at my sister's house. She had Final Fantasy 7, and I don't know, how old was I? I must have been in my 20s, possibly. I can't remember. So I went home and went straight to the game store to buy it, but they didn't have it. So the first one I actually played was Final Fantasy 8, and that's the first one I played all the way through. You took care to choose the right employee, my lordship. You could do a lot worse than the former Commodore of Limsa Laminsa's Barracudas. And now half of Ishgard thinks he's lying, and that he's a convict of terrible crimes. Oh, Joe, do you play everything on PC, or do you play on PlayStation? Because the Final Fantasy VII remake is coming to PlayStation Plus in March. So in a couple of days you can get the remake free if you have a PlayStation Plus account. And now half of Ishgard thinks he's lying, that he's a convict of terrible crimes. Oh, 2 Points is thinking of streaming it. I will at some point, probably not yet. I've got a huge backlog of things I want to stream, but if 2 Points is streaming it, I will definitely go and check that out. Does someone seem to seek to harm the manufactory standing with these attacks upon our instructor's character? I am sorry, Rostenthal. Your association with the machinist has brought you naught but ridicule and insult. Don't blame yourself, boss. After a moment more and half, that stuff's probably true. What's next after Portia? I'm not sure actually. I might even go through. I want to do the Shadowbringers storyline on this character because I haven't. Did you start your character on Phoenix? So you've got one on Phoenix and one on Goblin now. Is that right? So perhaps I might go through the Shadowbringers storyline. Also have another streamer friend. I think he's just bought Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which I've had for a while now, but it's a co-op game. So I've been wanting to find someone to play that with, so he's suggested that we might stream that together. So possibly might do that after Portia. So I'm not too sure yet. I've got so many games. But now we've got this, the watermill build community challenge has now been finished. The Jog by Feathers. So once I've actually done that, it's possible I might do that today on Dragon Quest Builders 2, but more likely that I'll do it next week on Friday, because I might have to get some materials all ready for that. I like to be able to have everything ready to go with the build. I'll do a build stream. So we'll see. So once I've completed that, once I've actually done the stream, my next idea for a community challenge is going to be to have a movie night. So people will donate their chocolate feathers towards the movie night, and it's going to be for a game called Dear Esther, which is like an interactive movie, I guess. It's quite a short game. Apparently it takes about 2 hours to go through the entire game, so I'm giving myself at least 3 hours. So I should be able to fit... Oh, you played it, did you? So I should be able to fit that in an entire stream, so that's my idea, to have like a movie night. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So it's meant to be like a ghost story, so that should be fun. I was the Commodore of the Kudas, right up until I got kicked out on my arse for making a bloody mess of things. That's why you found me in Camp Overlook. I was there to visit one of my old underlings. Of course, he'd rather take another axe to the face before he'd talk to me. Me mistakes cost me some more than others, and there's no bastard in Lenosha as would call me friend. Your mysterious rival must have learned of my tarnished past, because they offered a fortune for me to accept their job as your master of marksmanship. Are you curious to see what has changed? So that'll be fun to watch. Well, I will post in the Discord prior to doing it to let people know when it will be. But usually I do... it'll probably be maybe a Sunday evening, I should imagine. That's usually when I do the challenges. It's usually a Sunday evening or a Friday evening. I suppose they thought the workshop would be ruined once the truth behind my charming reputation became common knowledge. But as it turns out, I don't take kindly to being some faceless bastard's puppet. So I took their coin and made for the elves. I had no intention of fulfilling my contract, not until your adventure here went and got me fired up about teaching, in truth. That said, there ain't naught in the agreement that says I've got to fight bleeding dragons. And my students I'll give a better showing without me there growling over their shoulders any road. Though his support will be missed, Rostenthal is mayhap correct in his assumption our demonstration will be all more impressive for his absence. Let us check our weapons one last time and assemble at Skyfire locks. So if you played through the game before, Joe, do you think I will be able to... You've seen my style play and how long it takes me to figure things out. Do you think I will be able to finish the whole thing up in one stream? You played years ago, but unless it's changed massively, you should be able to easily. Okay, that's good. The PlayStation Store currently has an indie sale on, and I think I picked up the game for just like a couple of pounds. I don't think it was expensive. I bought a load of games that were all like £2 or £3 each. Okay, which way am I? Where am I going? I don't see. Why do I? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see the arrow for a minute. You're in the Lancers Guild? They'll soon have you slaying rabbits or I don't know, whatever it is in no time. Yeah, so your first experience of the game is going to be exactly the same as mine, because that's the first job that I levelled. Oh, we've got a little instance battle. Fear you, for soon you will rule these lands. Okay, Joe. Allow me to brief you on our defensive strategy ere the dragon and its minions arrive. Atop each of the 3 locks we have placed a dragon-slaying cannon. Our task as machinists shall be to defend the cannons from as far as lesser kin. You will find a lock in the northeast. You need to hop off for a bit, Joe? Catch me when I'm next live. Okay. And I'll try and remember to take those photos. I don't usually take my phone with me, so I'll have to remember to take my phone with me. Take care, Joe, and I'll see you soon. A lock to the northwest. And a lock to the south. I will track the concentrations of our enemy and direct you to the cannon most in need of protection. Hark, the dragons are come. Everyone to your positions. Okay, so I have to wait for him to tell me to do something? Lullaby to the south, southern cannon, joy to northwest. So this one over here. Oh, I love the Final Fantasy battle music. Right, what's next? Do I need to help out with anything else? Let's take this one out. Northeast. Oh, I didn't read what that said. Where did I need to go next? Oh, over here, I guess. Okay. Defend the cannons as needed. Okie dokie. I'll do my best. Oh, I keep forgetting I've got the the rook now. Okay, where next? Oh, back over here. Oh, he's sparring himself. There we go. Oh, that was fairly easy. Well, Father, do you see now how we might prevail against dragons without risking the lives of our soldiers? 'Twas a most impressive display, I must admit. Your commoners acquitted themselves admirably. I thought I heard a terrible din of cannons being fired, and what do I hasten out here to find but the high-born Halenarts frolicking in the snow with their low-born lackeys? After providing you with this opportunity to improve the ailing reputation of your noble house, does the consideration of House Zamel not merit a formal reply? Lord Teddlegrinch? My apologies. The foe was upon us ere we could put quill to parchment. Ah, yes, I imagine you were full occupied with scraping together a serviceable company of soldiers. If only your dear son was as ardent with his knightly training as he is with his idle tinkering. There is naught idle in my work. You would not speak such insults had you seen my machinist in action. Oh, such a temper! 'Twould seem your association with commoners has eroded your manners as well as your martial skills. If you are so confident in these machinists of yours, mayhap you should enter them in the upcoming tourney. Mayhap I shall. Upon my oath we will turn Ishgar's tradition-bound combat upon its ear. The Holy Sea's adjudicators will be most impressed when your low-born rabble is chopped to pieces by the tested blades of noble champions. My son, what have you done? The tourney is a stage upon which is flaunted the might and mettle of the 4 great houses. Only the finest knights are chosen to participate. Even with the aid of your machinists, our battered ranks stand little chance of victory. Must we now parade our shame before the highest echelons of the Holy See? Do not be so swift to dismiss our chances, Father. I give you my word. House Halenart will leave the contest with its pride intact. And furthermore, should we win, I will have your word that you shall yield the running of the manufactory to me. Very well, my stubborn boy, and whether you win or no, you be sure to give House Zamel a darn good pummelling. I shall see it done, Father. We will not disappoint you. Lullaby, by virtue of your undeniable expertise, my father has at last recognised the value of machinistry, but we cannot stop at but one hard-headed knight. This tourney will be our opportunity to demonstrate to all and sundry the potential of our profession. My lordship, if I may, it seems the Lord Teddlegrinch has a dislike for commoners such as me. If my presence will cause you more trouble, then maybe I should quit the manufactory? Pay no mind to that peeping fop, lass. He's all piss and wind. Ay, ever has Teddlegrinch sought to needle me in such a manner. 'Tis not you, my dear, but that he despises. 'Tis the mingling of highborn and lowborn. House Zemail has a powerful family, and their talent for the building of fortifications has brought them vast wealth and influence. Staunch allies of House Durandare, the Zemails have also been party to a number of significant victories. Thus do they stand at the peak of Ishgardian society, looking down their noses at any who do not share their noble pedigree. If you truly wish to please me, then I would have you shine your brightest in the tourney, and wipe that arrogant smirk off his face. Shall we begin our way? Shall we be on our way, sorry? Okay, so we need to speak to him again. We come back to the manufactory, perhaps. Yep, okay. I must confess my misgivings to you, Lullaby. When queried as to our chances at victory, my prospectometer returned an unfavourable result. We triumphed over dragons, 'tis true, but such a battle has not prepared us to face coordinated parties of seasoned knights. My machinists are simply not ready. 'Tis fortunate, then, that the tourney is yet some days away. Let us keep such disheartening talk from our colleagues, and continue to train them and ourselves for the contest ahead. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's going to be it for this morning for me. I have need to get some lunch and head off to the allotment, do some work over there. I possibly will be back this evening with another stream. Let's see, is there anyone that we can raid? Oh wow, there is nobody that I follow online at all. So I think in that case it's just going to be a goodbye from me. So take care now everyone, bye bye.